Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at one of our bigger locations. It's actually a farmer's market. We have quite a few games here. We stopped here today because we have a bill acceptor to replace that is broken. And just check the stock, restock a few things. One game needs a light bulb, but we have quite a few pieces here, as you can see. Take you for a little walk around the booth here. This particular location, we actually rent this spot. We don't pay a revenue share here. And it does very well for only being open a total of 20 hours a week. If you went per hour, this is one of our highest earning locations. Alright, so I'm going to get some tools together, replace that bill acceptor, and refill some stuff for you here. First thing we'll check out is this capsule machine, which does really well here, but I see it's got a red light blinking, so something's going on with it. There's a quarter stuck out the bottom here. I'll figure that out. Pop this back in here. Says there's already 3 credits on there, so that's our 4th. Rotate again, we get to try again. Another 1, 2. Alright, now we'll go ahead and we brought a bunch of these along to refill because usually this is really low, but since it was jammed, I'm guessing that's why it didn't get a lot of play last weekend. So let's spin this around. We'll unlock the door to where all the capsules go. Now we've got a whole bag of stuff to refill, so I'm just going to grab the keys to that ball claw here too and do it at the same time. It's easier to leave the keys here on location and just bring one key to the dollar bill acceptor there than it is to carry around a whole thing full of keys. Now we'll just gather up a bunch of these. Toss them in. Grab some balls. Throw them in there. Sorry if it's a little shaky. It's hard to do this stuff one-handed. And I am by no means a professional at doing videos. 3. Alright, this one is all filled up. Lock her back up. Spin it back around in place. Nice and full. Balls are all filled. Close that one up. Okay, now with the UFO catcher, we'll put some plush on this side. Get some brain rot. Throw another boxing glove in there. And everybody seems to love these big $100 bills, so we'll throw another one of those in there. Reach over and arrange some ducks. And that looks good enough. The lollipop game's another kind of popular one here, so we'll go ahead and throw some more lollipops in there. This one seems to jam now and then. The lollipops just get hung up and don't want to dispense correctly, so we'll go ahead and put a few in the holes so they're ready to go. And I found that dum-dums are the only ones that fit the best, but dum-dums aren't wrapped the greatest. The wrappers really come loose as you're using them. But I keep a bunch of extra lollipops in the bottom here. So we'll take a couple handfuls of those and throw up there. I found if you fill it too full, it really jams up, so it's finding the right balance of how many I can fit in there without it messing up. Lock back up. Go hang these keys up, and then we'll take a look at this bill acceptor. Alright, here's the little Pokemon plush in the pirate's chest. That the dollar bill is not working at all. The lights aren't even on, and it's been giving me trouble for a while, so it's time to just put a MEI on it. A lot nicer bill acceptor than what's on here. I'm not a fan of the ICPs. They're fine when they work, but they seem to break a lot and get jammed a lot. So we'll switch this out and put a new one on that accepts 1 to 20. Oh, someone had a nice penny they tried to put through it. See if it jammed the coin mix. Nope. Nope, everything looks good. Alright, so let's get this switched out. Pretty easy to do. All you do is unplug it, unbolt it, bolt the new one on, plug the new one in. Okay, so we got the new one all screwed on. It's just these little tiny bolts like you see right there. There's one on each side and two on the bottom. Real easy. Harness, put a new harness on it also. Plug it in, put the bill box on, and last but not least, let's put $1 in it and make sure it works. We don't want to win anything, so we'll try to hit the edge of the chute. Perfect. Call that one done. Alright, next one at this location is the candy cane light bulb is burnt out completely, and I'm just going to change it to an LED if possible. The only LED I had in my stock in the shop was this larger one though. I'm not sure it's going to fit in here, so if not, that may have to wait for another day until I order some smaller ones. But the game looks like it's turned off without that light on, so we definitely want to get a new bright light for in there. So let's look up inside of here. That might fit. We're going to try it. So I'll get that installed if it fits and show you what that looks like. Alright, we got that light changed out, nice and bright now. It actually did fit. It took every square inch of the top diagonally to get it to fit, but it's nice and bright in there and much better than that old antique. So as you can see, this place was just recently remodeled. It looks awesome. They did a great job. This is the back side of the area we rent. There's some people in there playing right now. Currently it's Wednesday, so they're only open 4 hours over lunchtime here today, so it's not really crowded on Wednesdays. These 4 games here, all the pipeline games actually, go into the arcade trailer. That's why they have credit card readers on them. I took them out of there at the end of the season and put them here, got rid of some older items. They will go back into the arcade trailer come spring, and I'll bring in 4 new ones. But we've got some newer games that are coming to replace these 4, so we can update some stuff. But here's another look at the farmer's market. There's only a few stands that are open on Wednesdays for lunchtime, but they get a small crowd for that. Fridays and Saturdays is really crowded. I will try to pull up some video from my security camera here for a Friday or Saturday to show that usually the arcade area is shoulder to shoulder. This is the outside of the farmer's market. It's a pretty old building outside, but it's really nice inside, been remodeled. I'm not sure what he's going to do with the outside yet, because I know he doesn't want to lose the historical aspect of how it looks. But it's a good spot. We like being here. The food is really good. That's pretty much 90% of what's in there is food for sale. We're going to run to a couple laundromats real quick. Probably not going to film those. I'm just dropping off money from the collections we did the other day. So I'll run over there and drop off their portion of the revenue. So I'm making a little pit stop at the car wash because for the first time in weeks in Pennsylvania, it is finally above freezing here. And this truck is really nasty. Every time you lean up against it or anything, it was getting me covered in the white salt residue. So we're gonna clean this thing up finally after 2 to 3 weeks of not washing it. Here it is, all clean. Looks much better. Don't pay attention to the mud flaps too much. They look a little goofy with the winter tires and wheels, but there's bigger tires and wheels that go on in the spring. But we take them off for winter here in PA because of the salt and the snow. Yeah, much better. I'll clean it up a little more once I get back to the house, but we still have one more stop to make. Have to go to a ice cream and hoagie shop. Actually, they have soup, all kinds of sandwiches, but we have a few games there. Someone won a prize out of the prize box on top of the quarter pusher. So we will go replace that and fill up their plush claw. So we'll go in here and replace these prizes. There you can see somebody won that. Flush is a little low, so we'll replace everything. Get it all stocked up. All filled up. Back home now. Took you to a couple places today. Didn't have a ton of stuff to do today. A few spots I didn't film at. Didn't film a lot at the last location at the ice cream place, simply because it's a very small place and it got extremely busy all of a sudden right after I walked in to refill that prize box. So I didn't film because it would be very loud in there. We'll have to get some better footage there another time. But we'll go hang the keys up like we always do as soon as we get back from doing some locations. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.